Welcome to Nurturing Compassion. I'm Nicole, and here on this channel, we talk about becoming the most compassionate versions of ourselves through our lifestyle choices. I talk about everything from animal rights and veganism, to sustainable living, to minimalism, and even self-love. So if these are topics that you're interested in learning more about, please be sure to hit the red subscribe button below, as well as check me out on Instagram at nurturing_compassion. I post motivational content about these topics pretty much daily. So I am starting a new series called the Wild Earth series, and that is because I just got back from the most amazing internship ever. I was at Wild Earth Farm and Animal Sanctuary in Irvine, Kentucky, and Wild Earth is a nonprofit animal sanctuary and organic permaculture farm that basically is on 200 acres of land, most of which is still forested. Only 6 are currently being used for farming and animal care and stuff like that. And I have just learned so much about everything from animal care to composting to building to gardening to harvesting to cooking to canning. I have learned so much, and I am so excited to share it with you. I feel so much more equipped to talk about this topic of compassionate living. I want to start out the series by giving a tour of our intern house. We live so simply in our intern house. It used to be a very small church. We don't have running water there. We don't have any heating or air conditioning. We do have electricity, but we only have 3, I think, something like 3, maybe a couple more power outlets. And so you have to be very mindful about unplugging things when you're not using them. And it just has completely opened my eyes to simple living. I've been so interested in minimalism for about a year now. I've gotten rid of, I want to say, 75 to 80% of my possessions, but going to Wild Earth has given simple living a whole new meaning, because it's not just about not having stuff. It's also about making do with the things that you have to create things that you need. It's about living in a more environmentally conscious way by reducing your water consumption, by taking responsibility for the things that you consume. So I learned so much about that, and I'm so excited to share with you our living arrangements, and I think that you'll see what I mean when you go on the tour. So have fun, and I'll see you in a little while. So something I wanted to do today is sort of just do like a vlog style tour of the intern house, because there's a lot of cool sustainability stuff that we do here that I think that you guys would be really interested to see. So first things first, I want to start in the bathroom, because that is actually my favorite part of our whole system here. So our bathroom is right here. This place used to be a church. It's kind of cool. We have literally transformed it into our intern house. So Heather and Joe, they actually built all like these rooms. It used to just be a single room. So when you walk into the bathroom, you kind of turn on this light here. Wow! It's really bright. We use a sawdust composting toilet, which basically means that we use these humanure buckets right here, the white ones with the X's, and you open up the top, you do your business, and then you cover it with some sawdust here. And basically you just want to cover your business as well as any toilet paper that you use, and it can all go in the compost. When you're putting in sawdust, you want to lift up the other top so that you don't get any on the seat. It's amazing how little it smells. I mean, it really doesn't smell at all if you're generous with the sawdust. Here is like our vanity area where you wash your hands. And what we do is we fill up this jug here, and you wash your hands, and it goes down into this gray water bucket, which is actually ready to be emptied at this point in time, and we use it to water a tree or our plants outside. So there's no running water in the house at all, and so it's up to us to be refilling our different water jugs, which brings me to our kitchen area. And so you may be wondering how we do the dishes. Voila! This is not working out too well. I'm gonna flip you around again. 1 second. Here we go. So this is our dish area right here. It's really cool, I think.
We use this green bucket here for our dish soap water, and then right here is just a clean water bucket. So you take all the food that you can off, put it in the compost bucket, and then you scrub it clean here, rinse it off, dry it, and then put it to fully dry on the rack down there. So our water, we actually get it from these jugs here, which is by a company called Primo, and we get ours usually from Lowe's or Office Depot. But so we have these jugs, and then we attach this spigot onto whichever one we're using, and we can use that to pump water out. Right over here, we have our kitchenette. And so what's really cool about our counter is that it actually is a door that they've repurposed. And so you look over here and you can see that we still have like a doorknob on it. Other than the fact that our counter is a door, we also only have 3 power outlets in the whole building. So we do use this strip, but you have to be careful not to plug in too many things at once because we always need the fridge plugged in, which is cool because that forces you to be conscious about unplugging things when you're not using them. For cooking, we use just a simple hot plate, and it's pretty effective other than the fact you can only cook one thing at once. We have a bunch of refrigerators, but actually those 2 over there are broken, and so we've repurposed them to hold snacks, and then this bigger one over here is what we actually use to keep things cold. We also have just a little snack counter over here. We're drying out some of the onions that we harvested this past week, and we have repurposed sort of this like altar thing to hold some other fruit and our wine, as well as our pig box. So any food scraps that we have left, we always try to feed them to the pigs. They absolutely love almost all human food except for like onions and garlic and like pits of stuff. So we try to always think of the pigs first, but if it's something that they can't eat, then we do put it into our compost bin, which is right here. We collect up these buckets so that then we can do our veganic composting over at the farm, which is several layers of, our food scraps, weed clippings, leaves, all kinds of stuff. It's really, really an interesting process. The composting, I'll be sure to make a video about that as well. And those 2 rooms over here, that is Sophie's room and that's Lena's room. My room is actually like this nook over here in the corner, and so I love it. I like being able to lay on my bed and still socialize with everybody. And so Charlie and I sleep right here, and yeah, I mean, it's really like a convenient setup. Here's the puppy and his little eating area. Here are some of the pews that we've sort of repurposed to just be a little like community area. That's our letter writing table. Lena's making a mural back there. And so you see that it definitely used to be a church. I mean, we're just trying to repurpose everything as best as we can and make it a homey, livable space. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Wild Earth Farm Intern House, and I will see you in a bit.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my poor attempt at vlogging for the first time. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it sort of opened your eyes to some of the small things that you can do in your own home to just live more simply. What kind of simple living changes has this tour sort of inspired you to do? Do you think that you're going to get a couple tubs and fill one with soapy water, one with regular water, and wash your dishes? Do you think that you're going to start unplugging things when you leave the room? Are you going to turn off your water altogether and get a sawdust toilet? Because if you are, I love you. You are amazing and you are my inspiration. Please start making YouTube videos because I would watch you. You're amazing. No matter how big or small, I would love to know what kind of change this has inspired you to do. I know that I've been so inspired, and just seeing what kind of ways I can incorporate the awesome sustainable practices at Wild Earth into my home here in suburban Central Maryland, and I would appreciate some new ideas. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in our next episode. See you soon. Bye. Featuring _compassion. Oh my god. I was fighting that for so long.